What's up everybody, I'm Don Ferguson and welcome back to another badass episode of something new here in the Teeqlife Basement Bar. On this week's episode, we are trying a super luxury premium tequila brand owned by, you guys already know who, Michael Jordan. Well, he's a co-owner. Everybody in the world is talking about this brand right now. So what are we trying? Their Reposado Expression. So sit back, grab a tasting glass, and let's learn a little bit more about Cincoro Tequila together. Roll the tape. Okay, so before we taste, let's talk about Cincoro Tequila. What does Cincoro mean? Glad you asked. It means 5 gold. And what it does is it pays homage to the 5 founding partners of Cincoro Tequila. Now, all 5 owners of Cincoro are actually power players in the basketball world. And everybody knows one of them. Yes, Michael Jordan, arguably the most famous athlete in the world. He owns a tequila brand. Let's get to the particulars. Cincoro was launched in September of 2019. It's a blend of highland and lowland agaves. It's NAM 1438 and it's created in small batches. It's twice distilled and it's 80 proof. Today we are trying their Reposado. If you didn't know, Reposado, which is usually pronounced wrong by most people, means rested. Now Cincoro Reposado Tequila is rested from 8 to 10 months in Kentucky Bourbon barrels. Those barrels are then rested in underground cellars to maximize the flavor and character of the juice inside. Cincoro Tequila is a luxury tequila brand with a luxury bottle that you can see right here. So we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about this bottle before we crack it open and get to tasting. As you can see for yourself, this is an incredible, unique glass sculpture. It's almost like a cool decanter that you would see in famous movies like The Great Gatsby. It has a fire agave leaf design that it is actually really cool. It has a 5-sided base, and the Cincoro fire agave icon is actually at a 23-degree angle at the base. 23, do you get it? Michael Jordan, 23, whatever. The topper is unique as well. It's a King's Crown crystal stopper. Say that multiple times. It's just a phenomenal design, but we're here to taste, people. We're not here to look at bottles. Let's pop bottles and get to tasting. Hello, friends, and welcome to the sophisticated Teeqlife program. Okay, that's enough of that. But it feels like with this type of bottle, I need to kind of pour like that. But we're not bougie on this program. We just jump right in and go for it. Oh, that's a tight seal. You know, I already like that. So let's just put this. It is. Look at that. That's crystal. So we're going to just pour. I want to let it breathe. We already talked a lot about the bottle, so we're just going to get right into the tasting and put it in. So this is a tight seal. So most people with an expensive tequila like this, you're probably not going to drink it, but all in one setting. But I've seen some things on social media, like people are wilding out for this brand. They're deucing it, you know, 3. They got 1 in their backpack. It's kind of crazy. This brand has taken off, but I'm pretty sure it's because somebody named Michael Jordan is one of the owners. I get it, celebrity rules and all that stuff, but we're going to talk about celebrity-owned brands on the Teeqlife Truth, so make sure to watch all the way through to the very end. Now, while this breathes and I can smell it, I know what you're thinking at home. I poured only this much, but look how much is gone. Well, one of the reasons for that is they don't fill these type of bottles all the way up to the top. I don't know why, but there's something to do with the laws and stuff like this. I've been explained this before. I didn't really pay attention because I was probably drinking, but there is a reason for it. But no, I have not tried this yet. This was the very first time that I cracked this bottle. I can get the aromas, but we're going to look at the color. I'm using a snifter because I just thought it would be very eloquent and regal. You know, I'm very sophisticated. But look at that color. It's a beautiful golden straw. It's almost like a light honey. It's not syrupy whatsoever. It's got very good viscosity to it. I see the legs just kind of creeping down. Pretty much normal. It's very sweet off the nose right away. Very almost like the honey, which is weird because I said honey a minute ago, but it's got like a toasted oak to it. So I don't know if that's from the Kentucky Bourbon barrels that I'm getting that, but there's definitely some vanilla that I'm picking up, some baking spices. It does have a little bit of a cream aroma to it, like a creaminess, almost like I'm picking up a little bit stronger than what I thought would be the alcohol vapors. So there's a little bit more going on than I really thought. Now this is a Reposado aged 8 to 10 months, which is typically a little bit more. On average, Reposados are about 4 to 6 months. So being this is 8 to 10 months, I did expect it to be a little bit smoother on those alcohol vapors that are rising up. But hey, it is what it is. Let's cheers. Salute, my friends. Wow, so it is really sweet. Not syrupy or artificial sweet, but it does have a very, very pronounced sweetness to it. A little bit of light oak. I'm picking up some caramel. It's almost like a burnt caramel or a caramelized brown sugar. It's smoother than what I thought. So with all those alcohol vapors coming up, and they were really hitting my eyeballs and smacking them around, it really doesn't have that peppery finish that I thought it was going to have. So it's a lot smoother than what I was thinking. It does have more of a long finish. So even though it has some pepper on the back end, a little bit of heat, and it does kind of take its time to drift off, it's still pretty smooth, but the sweetness actually balances that tremendously. Now I just took like a really good sip. My third sips are usually the biggest, unless I mess up. But you know, this reminds me, I'm not picking up a lot of agave. My lips are tingling just a tad bit, but it's got a nice palate to it. It is very sweet for a tequila. It's a little bit more on the desserty side, and I'm not getting a lot of that Kentucky bourbon, and that's what's, I would say, a little disappointing for me, because I would have liked to, especially with a Kentucky bourbon barrel. Whoo! I mean, me and some bourbon, you know I drink, obviously. You just look at behind me. But that would have been fantastic. And there are some tequilas that are rested in Kentucky bourbon barrels or ex-bourbon barrels. Now my fourth sip, it's just really light. It doesn't have a lot of depth to it. I'm really not getting a lot of caramelization like I thought I was going to, or sometimes you get a lot on the initial, and then as you sip along, it really dissipates. So very light oak, some vanilla. There is absolutely a sweetness to it. It's almost like a honey, a light honey. So I thought there was going to be a little bit more, especially with the price point of this. It's absolutely a smooth sipper. It does have a little pepper or heat at the back end of it that does kind of linger a little bit longer than I thought. It doesn't just instantly go away, but overall it's not bad. It's just for the price point, that's a lot to swallow. Now, since Cincoro, released in 2019, they have definitely won some awards at the SIP Awards, the San Francisco World Spirits Competition, and those are two that are really highly acclaimed. For me, it is kind of sweet for the price point. I just don't know if I could, really buy this again. If this would be in my purchase list. I really would love to try their Añejo or their Extra Añejo to see if it had a little bit more body, a little bit more character, a lot more depth to the palate. But for a Reposado, it is what it is. If you want to try it, definitely get somebody to buy it for you. Girls out there, just flirt with the right man and they'll buy this bottle for you, and then you all can enjoy. So my glass is getting down to the very, very bottom, and that wraps up another episode of Something New here in the Teeqlife Basement Bar. Cincoro Reposado, not bad. It's really difficult to justify it with that price point. Make sure to subscribe to the Teeqlife YouTube channel. Turn that notification bell on so you don't miss any further episodes. Follow us on social media. And if there is something that you think we should be trying and reviewing, bam, hit that email right there. We'll see ya at the Teeqlife Truth. Keep watching. Okay, people, we just tried Cincoro Tequila, another celebrity-owned tequila brand, or liquor brand, because there's a lot of other ones out there as well. Let's talk a little bit more about tequila and mezcal as far as celebrity-owned brands. You ready for this list? Here we go. The Rock. Yep, we all know Terramana. George Clooney. We already know about that. It sold for $1 billion. Did you know Rita Ora owns a tequila brand? Who is Rita Ora? Well, rumor has it she's Becky with the good hair. Alright, let's just go along. E40, he's a rapper. Sammy Hagar, Guy Fieri, AC/DC. Yes, AC/DC has a tequila brand and they're rocking out. I think it's called Thunderstruck. Haven't heard good things about it. Toby Keith has a mezcal. Justin Timberlake actually had a tequila brand. It was 901. I don't think he really promoted it well, but because it's Justin Timberlake, it ended up selling to Sauza and created Sauza 901. So when you see that when you see that tequila, that was Justin Timberlake's. Everybody's got a tequila brand. Who else has a tequila brand? Diddy. Carlos Santana. Now, Carlos Santana, I actually really like his tequila that he was a part of. Casa Noble. That is an excellent tequila. The Chainsmokers actually got into the tequila industry with Fuck Jerry. Do you know who Fuck Jerry is? Look it up, kids. Of course, Jimmy Buffett has a tequila. There's no doubt about that. Mario Lopez got into the tequila industry too. Bethany Frankel, she has that line of skinny margaritas. Have you ever tried that? I tried that. It's horrible. I threw that shit away. Elon Musk tried. He got denied because of a trademark. The Backstreet Boys were trying to get into the tequila industry, and I don't think they could get financing. Chris Noth, he's involved in a tequila brand. Charlie Sheen, he's involved with a tequila brand, and it's not called Tiger's Blood. It's not called Winning. And last but not least, Nick Jonas of the famous Jonas Brothers. He's in the tequila industry along with John Varvatos in his $400 t-shirts. Alright, so you're saying, Don, what's the point of talking about all these celebrities and having a tequila brand? Well, my point is tequila is extremely hot right now. So many people are trying to get into it. So many celebrities are backing to it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the juice is good. It doesn't necessarily mean that the brand is phenomenal. It could just be another tequila that a celebrity slaps their name on, hoping that it sells. Now, an interesting fact about tequila, tequila sales are projected to continue soaring over the next 5 years. And one of the things that they say is going to be implemented is, alright, get ready for it, flavored Blanco tequilas or infused tequilas. And there are some phenomenal ones that are out there on the market that are winning some awards. So what's going to happen is, as you have all of these celebrities getting into the tequila game, which is good for tequila. I like it. I like trying them. But you can only do so much with a Blanco, Reposado, Añejo, or Extra Añejo. What is coming next? The same thing that happened to the vodka industry, my friends. You are going to start to see some infusions that are out of this world. And what propels that is the ready-to-consume or ready-to-drink market, where you can take an infused tequila that has an amazing abundance of flavor, throw it on some ice, not throw it, you know, pour it, and then maybe top it off with a little soda, and you have an instant cocktail. And for us at home, who are probably still quarantining, it's cheaper. It's a better route to go. You're saving money. So that's the point of this ridiculously fueled celebrity rant. Tequila is hot right now. Everybody's trying to get in on it. Everybody's trying to do something different. But life's too short to drink bad liquor. Choose wisely, my friends. We'll see you next time.